What's up YouTube? Brian here, back again with another video. And today we are doing our December unboxing of the Hookup Tackle JDM Bento Box. And we're, 2 weeks into December, and Black Friday just happened not too long ago. And so I'm going to do a little bit of a Black Friday recap of some of the things I picked up on the Black Friday sales. I'm going to feature and talk about some like smaller companies, local companies, that kind of stuff. Just some odds and ends that I bought over Black Friday. So stay tuned to the end of the video to check out that stuff. So first off, we're going to do the unboxing. I'm going to go through some of the baits and other randomness that I picked up during Black Friday, and that'll be it for today's video. So I haven't opened this up yet. I know Ben got these boxes out a little late. He had some personal things going on, so these boxes just showed up. I literally just got this off the FedEx truck about a half hour ago. I have an idea of one bait that's inside of it. As usual, I'm using my Benchmade Bug Out Fantastic Knife to open this up. So I have an idea of what the jerkbait looks like because Ben posted a picture of it today. But other than that, I have no idea what's in this box. I have not been on Facebook today. I don't know. Or Instagram. I don't know what people have been getting in their boxes. It feels kind of heavy. It feels like there's some good stuff in here. I'm hearing rattles, so maybe it's something noisy in here. So if you guys don't know, if you're new to my channel or whatever, the Hookup Tackle has a private, it's a private invite-only kind of thing. Monthly membership box. It's $100. You get $100 worth of baits that are hand curated and picked by Ben and his staff at the Hookup Tackle. There always is some exclusive colors of Megabass baits, including like a exclusive Pop Max and an exclusive Vision 110, and then what other cool baits Ben wants to throw in the box. It's not an open-end subscription anymore. I think Ben has like a waiting list for when people drop off that he adds into the list. So I've been a subscriber since day one. You can go back into my channel and look at all the old videos I've done of these unboxings. I just think it's kind of fun. I'm a tackle nerd. If you're watching this video, you must be a tackle nerd as well. So why not check out what one of the greatest tackle store minds in the country, Ben, has in store for us this month. So, all right, so we got a card. I'll read the card. Ben has a description usually about what's in the box. I'll read this as we go. So here we go. I still think, Ben, there's a marketing opportunity. I'm going to say this every single video to make this look like a sushi box. I think that would be really cool. Probably be a little more expensive, but all right. So at the top, we're going to pick up we got a Hazelnut, and we got the big one, the 4.5. Well, this is a 4.2 inch. So I always say it's a 4.5 inch Hazelnut, but it's actually 4.2. So we're starting off the box with a big Hazelnut Shad. If he's giving us a big Hazelnut Shad, I'm guessing this is a trailer for something else in the box. It's just my prediction. Let's see if I'm right. So Ben, I just noticed on the card he talks about the Vision 110 and then the Pop Max, which we'll get to, but he also put a little message at the end. So let's read this real quick. Merry Christmas from the Hookup Tackle. I want to say thank you for supporting us this year. Please enjoy my gift to you, an extra stuffed bento box for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. So maybe there's some extras in this box. That's why it felt a little heavier than usual. So we're going to keep diving in. So next up, we got the Death Adder. Now this is a cool bait. We'll pop this one open. So this is a Death Adder. This is a 4-inch. If you guys aren't familiar with the Depths Death Adder, it's basically a pintail plastic, a ribbed pintail plastic. It reminds me a lot of the I don't know, like the Yamamoto shad shape worm. It's actually pretty thin in profile. It's ribbed. And it's got the pintail, as I said. Now, what this bait is great at is you can use this as a free rig bait. Also, this is a great trailer. The 4-inch, this is kind of more of like a stealth. If you're throwing a jackhammer stealth blade, this would be a great stealth blade trailer. You can also throw this on the back of a spinner bait. So anyway, cool trailer, cool free rig bait. Maybe this is a trailer for something else in the box. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, I actually don't have this color. This color is, oh yeah, I forgot. I can't read any of the Depths colors. The Depths colors are all in Japanese, so I have literally no idea what the color this is. It's basically a pink and a pearl. So this looks like it's a pearl body with a little pink on the top. So I'm gonna call it pearl pink, pearl ink. I don't know. Don't have me name your colors for your tackle company. So anyway, we got a Ghost Shad Hazelnut. We got a pink and clear. Oh, this is a bait I'm familiar with. Okay, this is the Mr. Ned from Rains. Now, I've actually owned and used Mr. Ned before. This is a very straightforward, I'm going to not try and peek in the box. This is a very straightforward Ned bait. It's a JDM style Ned bait. The thing about the Rains Mr. Ned is they don't float. This is actually, I would say this is a really close equivalent to the, I'll take one out of the package. This is a really close equivalent to like the Robo. So like a Robo Ned and the Rains Mr. Ned, I would say are pretty similar, although the Robo is way more salted. This one, I don't know. It's really not that salted or even salted at all. But anyway, this is in the bluegill color. This is cool. I might actually feature this bait in one of my, I'm going to make a Ned rig video coming up pretty soon. And so now that I have a package of these on hand, I'm probably going to feature this. So this is actually a pretty good Ned bait. It's really wiggly. It's got a lot of action, although it doesn't float, it doesn't stand up, but that doesn't really matter in Ned baits. Ned baits that lay down will get bit just as much as ones that stand up. So anyway, this is cool. Actually, I don't have any more of these. I bought a package a while back. I went through them and I didn't restock. So this is a bait I'm pretty excited about. I'm going to use this in the future content. So anyway, let's keep diving in. I'm seeing more Rains. Okay, this is a bait I'm not familiar with. This is a Rains 2-inch G-tail twin. Wow, this is a small little grub bait. I am shocked by how tiny this is. This is almost like a, I would consider this almost even a crappie bait. I don't know if I'm going to be catching much largemouth on this, but man, okay, that's an interesting bait. I have to say, I've never even heard of this. I'm not going to take these out of the package, but as you can see, they're 2-inch, super teeny tiny craws. You know what? Actually, I think I have an Ike's Finesse micro jig that this might work on. So we'll check that out in a second. Let me keep going. There's more Rains. I see another Rains package. Ah, the Swamp Mover. Okay. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, this is a straight tail worm from Rains. I've actually never owned one of these. I believe this is a Japanese, maybe this is a JDM market only one, but I've never seen these in stores that sell Rains. I've heard of these things. Let's take it out of the package. This looks to me like it's a finesse worm. This looks to me like a shaky head worm. It looks like a really interesting, pretty straightforward shaky head worm. Let me take it out of the package here for a second. Oh, okay. This thing's a little stiffer than I thought. So this is called the Rains Swamp Mover. What's weird is it's got like a concave, I don't know if you can see this in this video here, but it's got a weird like concave center. I don't know why that is. Maybe does that make it like, does that give it an action or something swimming down? But anyway, this to me screams shaky head. Maybe even a drop shot. Could nose hook this thing, drop shot bait maybe. Definitely a shaky head. It seems a little small for a Texas rig. Anyway, could even, oh, you know what? This could even just throw this on a ball head jig and use it as a jig worm. I think that would actually be really good. Just throw it on a straight, lightweight ball head and throw it as a jig worm. So, I don't know, man. The swamp, this is cool. And it's a great green pumpkin. Can't go wrong. I will definitely find a place to use and experiment with this. Okay, so far, we've gotten two, I've used these, and I've used these. So these are all baits I've used before, and I know they work and they're good. This is new to me, and this is new to me. So we're getting two plastics that I've never used before, so that's cool. I'm a plastics junkie, so I'm never going to say no to plastics. All right, what's next in the box? What is this? We got a Lucky GP 100 bee freeze. Oh, it's a bee freeze. Okay. Now, I've heard the name bee freeze. I don't really know much about this. I'm guessing this is a jerk bait. But what's interesting, I'm noticing right away, it's got a feathered hook in the middle. And it's got a straight bee freeze GP 100F. So this is interesting. It's got a feathered treble in the middle. It's got like a white frosted lip. All right, sorry about that. We're back. I got the bait off the floor and out of the carpet. Anyway, this is so what I noticed on the box real quick is that this says Valley Hill. So this must be one of these like Valley Hill tuned Lucky Craft baits that are definitely not sold in the United States. So this is a Pointer 100. So this is like the bigger size jerk bait in the Lucky Craft line from what I remember. I think this is like a 1/2 ounce. This thing has a ton of rattle. Really, really loud. So this is a really cool color. This looks like a big jerkbait. I don't really know what the bee freeze means. I think these things have a special like tuning for how they float and how they move. The fact that it's the Valley Hill version is interesting. I think that's why it's got the feathered hook and it's like the tuned bait, so they kind of like trick out a regular pointer 100. So I'm gonna have to look up more information on this bait, but it's definitely unique. This is cool. This is a very unique jerk bait. I bet you not many people in my lakes are throwing a Lucky Craft Valley Hill pointer 100. So definitely gonna give this a whirl. I think that could be a smallmouth catcher. Okay, we're gonna keep going. What's next in the box? Boom! Don't know what this is. Let's look. Bevy Crank, Lucky Craft Bevy Crank. Okay, this is getting into BFS. Okay, so I don't throw BFS. This is an extremely small, tiny little crank. I don't have the equipment to throw this. I don't really. This looks like a trout bait almost. Glass rattles. I think Ben is super into BFS. I know he sells a lot of BFS. I don't care about BFS. I use spinning tackle. I don't really, I'm not really into BFS. But anyways, this could maybe be thrown on a spinning rod, I guess. I do not see myself even opening up this package or using this bait. I'm just kind of closed-minded to this whole micro small bait thing. I don't fish for trout. We don't have trout waters really in my area in Minnesota. So I don't really see myself using one of these little tiny cranks very often, if ever. So I can't really speak on this. This is not my world. I don't know anything about this bait. So anyway, I'm just gonna chalk this one up to. Let's keep going. Oh, we got our 110. Let's not bust out the 110 and the Pop Max quite yet. This is a bigger bait. Blade Jig. Oh, this is a big one. Okay, this is an OSP. It's an OSP chatterbait of some sort. I've never heard of this. The OSP Blade Jig. Wow, this thing is crazy. It comes with, so it's 5/8, so this is a heavier one. This comes with the plastic. Now, maybe, I think he's talked about these baits in a previous hookup video on YouTube. Let's pop this thing open and take a look. This thing looks crazy. Okay, so this is like a system, apparently. This comes with a bladed jig and the trailer to match. Now, right away, the bladed jig on this thing is nuts. Look at the trailer on this thing. Holy cow. Okay. So what we got is we got like an acrylic plastic blade, which reminds me a lot of the Stealth jackhammer. I'm also noticing right away that the head on this thing is like this really big bulbous bluegill looking thing. But man, look at the paint job on that thing. That is sick. It's got like a hot rod kind of fade going on. And then you got obviously an insane rubber skirt with a big long trailer at the back. And then this comes with apparently 2 trailers, so 2 plastic trailers. I'm not gonna. These are in sealed bags, so I'm not gonna take them out. But it looks to me like these are little creature trailers. This thing is freaking dope. I would have never bought one of these, just because I have a whole bunch of jackhammers. But man, I cannot wait to throw this for largemouth. This looks so fun. It's got the exact bluegill profile that is pretty much a go-to up here in Minnesota. So if you guys are interested, it is called the OSP Blade Jig. Blade Jig. Bass or Die. OSP. I have no idea what color this is. Like I said, these labels are all in Japanese. Yeah. This is cool. Definitely like this. I like this a lot better. I like this better than the better than the BFS crank. Just saying. So anyway, I'm gonna put this back in a package. This thing looks dope. I'm excited to throw this. You know, everyone, we all need to move out of our jackhammer comfort zones and try other bladed jigs. So, all right, let's move on to the main event. We got our Pop Max and our 110, and then after this, I'm going to talk about some of the other items that I picked up on Black Friday. So first off, the 110 this month is called Sunset Pro Blue GP. So it's a ghost. It's going to be translucent. Okay, this looks like a really nice natural color, Pro Blue. So it's like your typical Megabass Pro Blue, but it's got some gold to it. So it looks like a mashup of different colors. So you got your pearl body, you got this goldish. Yeah, it's kind of a gold yellow hue. Then it goes to a blue kind of lateral line to a kind of a blue purple top. So this is a very cool, very fish catching color. This is supernatural. I like this one a lot. This is great. Good good 110 this month. So GP, and it is very translucent, so this will work in clear water. So cool 110, I like it a lot. Now I'm already seeing that this Pop Max is, oh, Midnight Bone, GG Midnight Bone. Isn't this one of the, I'm trying to remember, GG Midnight Bone. Wow, okay, this is a dark Pop Max. So isn't GG Midnight Bone, wasn't this one of the Respect Color series? I seem to kind of remember, I don't remember off the top of my head, but this is this month's, so you got a gold bottom, you got the bone. So anytime you see bone, that means that Megabass put this, the rib cage paint on it, that means bone. And then it's got a black top. So this is a super dark, super very, so it's got, what's cool though, I'm noticing it's got a very silvery shimmer. So it does have a holographic shimmer, really dark top, which, you know, bass never see because this is a top water bait. They mostly see this. So it's kind of looking orange with a little bit of translucent. I'm not translucent, sorry, holographic with the bone. So cool Pop Max. Not one of the best Pop Maxes we've gotten, but definitely solid. Good for murky, dark water. I think it's a very good like dark water popper if they need to, you need to have something that stands out a little bit. Okay. So overall, this box was loaded with plastics. I was not expecting this many plastics. We usually don't get this many plastics with JDM Bento boxes. So this drip bait's really cool, very trick, very unique. I like this a lot. The Rains plastics are very cool. I'm all about the Mr. Neds. These are good. I'm excited to try these out. We didn't really get a trailer for these big Ghost Shad 4.2s, but if you haven't used the 4-inch Hazelnut Shad, these are really great trailers for the Waze swim jigs. These are really good trailers for just swim jigs in general. You can actually put the 4.2-inch on the back of football heads, and also these are good spinnerbait and jackhammer trailers as well. So the 4-inch Hazelnut Shad is just a really great all-around trailer. I'm probably going to put this thing on the back of a bigger spinnerbait, or on the back of a jackhammer, or even obviously on the back of a swim jig. So I like that a lot. This little tiny craw, I'm going to have to figure out something to do with it. I think I have some micro jigs for smallmouth fishing that these might fit on. I'm going to play around with it. So anyway, overall on this box, I will give this thing, because there's extra bonus plastics, the only miss on this box is definitely this little BFS crank, which is I'm totally not interested in. Sorry, I just got to say it. But I'm going to give this box an 8. I think it's an 8 box. It's not a 9-10. Definitely not like a 6-7, because you're getting the bonus stuff and you're getting the extra plastics, which I love. I mean, you can never have enough Death Adders. These are very handy. So yeah, I'm giving the box a solid 8. So good job, Ben. Good job, Hookup Tackle. Let's move on to some of the stuff that I bought on Black Friday. So I want to shout out really quick this smaller jig company. They're not small up here. So in like Minnesota, Wisconsin, everybody knows who these guys are, but maybe nationally they're not as well known, and it is a company called Super K. So Super K makes some of the best swim jigs on the planet. Swim jig nerds and swim jig aficionados love Super K swim jigs, and there's a couple of reasons. So I'm going to bust one out. So if you're really looking for proven high-end tournament grade swim jigs, Super K is the man. These guys are out of Wisconsin. These people who fish the Mississippi River in tournaments, they all know Super K jigs. So what's great about Super K jigs is this is their head design. So it's not just like a do-up mold. Their head is their head. They've designed it. It's really good. They use a lighter wire hook keep, brush guard. They use a lighter wire brush guard. So if you don't want a super heavy brush guard that's going to cause you to miss bites, this brush guard is really light. But also look at right out of the package. If you notice this, it's the perfect length. Look, it comes right to the tip. You don't have to trim it. A lot of swim jigs brush guards are too long, and you have to trim them down just so they just nick that tip of the hook. Out of the box, these things are trick. Also, if you notice on the skirt, these are hand-tied skirts, but if you notice, there's no skirt material below the tie. Now, this is important because what this does is this causes the skirt to frill out. So when you lift the jig up, you notice it's like an umbrella. It makes that skirt flare. And what's cool is when you have your plastic on there, the skirt shoots out around the plastic and really gives this thing a bulky profile without having a ton of skirt material. Also, they use badass hooks. I don't know what kind of hook this is or what what brand, and then you get a big, nasty plastic keeper. So if you want a premium, these are handmade. They pour these, they hand tie the skirts, they pick out the skirt materials, they design the brush guards. If you want just the trickiest, most beautiful, out of the box, ready to rock swim jigs, Super K jigs is the way to go. This color, if you're interested, is one of my favorites. It's called the Hollow Gill. So this is like the Hollow Gill. It's like their bluegill color. Let me show you a couple different colors that I grabbed. They had a sale. They had a code for Black Friday. Let me show you the crappie. I'll show you the crappie color and then we'll move on. So this is their crappie. Also, totally beautiful. Lots of spots. This looks like the real deal for crappie. If you ever catch crappies, you know this is pretty much what their scales look like and what their body looks like for the most part. So anyway, shout out to Super K Jigs. I picked up a good order of 1/4 ounce because 1/4 ounce is kind of my go-to swim jig size. I like throwing lighter swim jigs because I'm usually throwing swim jigs up pretty shallow, around shallow cover, and I like that lighter swim jig head to keep up higher in the water column. I don't want it to go down super fast when I'm only fishing swim jigs in like 3 to 5 feet of water. So anyway, shout out to Super K Jigs. Check them out. Our buddy Hellabass Rich has a code for Super K Jigs. I think it's like, I don't remember, but if you go to Hellabass's channel and you look up his codes and everything, I know he's got he's partnered with Super K and he's got some codes. So anyway, Super K Jigs. The other thing I picked up is so our friends at Nishini Lure Works, they make one of the best football head, the best finesse football heads in the game. They just dropped different sizes. So now they have 3/8 and I think 3/4. So they have forever, when Nishini first dropped these finesse football heads, they only had 1/2 ounce. I think Hookup Tackle only still is carrying the 1/2 ounce. Omnia, though, just got in the 3/8 and the 3/4 ounce heads. So if you've been looking for some more variety in the weights on the Nishini Lure Works finesse football jigs, definitely go hit up Omnia right now. You can use my code, my December code, and get 15% off. So I'm sure Hookup Tackle is going to have these very soon because they just hit the market. But this is the 3/8 inch version. If you guys haven't heard me wax poetically about the Nishini Lure Works finesse football jig, what's crazy is these things are only about like $6. And look at the wire. This is the wire plastic keeper on this thing. This is one of the most badass, gnarly plastic keepers I've ever seen on a finesse football jig or just any football jig in general. These have to be a pain in the ass to put on. So the craftsmanship on these jigs is outstanding. You're getting a really, really nice minimalistic skirt. And look at the heads on these things. The heads have a really cool design, really comes through rocks really well. I've caught many, many, many smallmouth on this exact jig. It is one of my favorites. So if you put a gun to my head and said, if you only could use like 2 or 3 finesse football jigs, it's going to be the Nishini Lure Works football head and the Depths headlock, and then probably the Riot Baits Little Creeper Tungsten. Those are probably my 3 favorite. But this is definitely the most well-crafted finesse football jig out there, and it's under $10. This thing is such a good value for the money. So Nishini Lure Works, Hookup Tackle has these. I think Tackle Warehouse has these. Omnia definitely has these. The problem is these come from Canada, and getting through customs on these football jet jigs from Nishini takes a while. So when places sell out of them, they don't typically get a restock super quick. So when places have them and they have the size you want, just buy a bunch of them and then you're good to go. Okay, so the last one is I've been on this finesse football jig kick for like a couple years now, and a new one that's on my radar. And I know this is not new. This company's been around in Arkansas. They're Arkansas based. So down in the south, everybody knows Jewel Baits. But these are just starting to get a little more penetration up here in the North Country. So I picked up, on a suggestion, I picked up the Peewee football head jig. I'm going to be using these out on the river this winter. So up here in Minnesota, we can go river fish in the winter where there's no ice because there's a couple spots that have warm water discharge. So we can go ice fishing, or we can go to a river and fish open water. And one of my favorite things to throw out on the river for open water is small jigs. And this one is the Nishini Lure, the Peewee. So it's got one of those, I forgot the Oshana style hook. I forget what style hook that is. I think it's called Oshana. I'm probably completely wrong. I sound like an idiot right now. But anyway, this is the Peewee micro finesse football jig from Jewel. I have not actually fished with this thing. I just got these in. I bought some of these on Black Friday. and I'm going to give these a whirl. So I'm just trying to give a shout out to some of these smaller, more niche jig companies like Gill. I know they're not small. They've been around forever. You guys are probably like, oh yeah, I've been using Gill since the 80s or whatever. That could very well be the case, but they're new to me. So Super K Jigs, awesome. Nishini Lure Works, awesome. I think these are going to be awesome. I haven't actually used them yet, so we'll find out. I also picked up some stuff from Lateral Vision. If you're noticing, I'm wearing this really dope green hoodie. Now, this is a Lateral Vision hoodie. These were on sale for 40% off on Black Friday. I like Lateral Vision. I picked up a couple other of their items. Now, I like clothes. We're all wearing clothes when we're out fishing, right? We want to be comfortable and we want to have good protection in the fall and the winter and obviously in the summer. Lateral Vision makes some of my favorite shorts. So they came out, I'm just going to show you these right now real quick. So they came out with these shorts last summer. I picked up 2 pairs of these things and I wore the crap out of them all summer. These are some of like the most comfortable shorts. And what's cool is they look dope with whatever sun shirts you're wearing. So if you're like, oh, I wear a lot of sun shirts, but I want a really lightweight, comfy short that actually kind of looks cool to go with my sun shirts, definitely check out the Lateral Vision shorts. I love these things. I actually use these at the gym too. I work out in them. In the summer, I wear these things like all the time. So shout out. The hoodies are nice. The shorts are fantastic. I also want to give a quick shout out, speaking of sun protection, to our friends at Arsenal. So if you guys don't know, Arsenal Fishing is a Minnesota-based tackle and clothing brand. It's ran by a tournament angler up here, a guy named Dan Fabiano. So Dan has his company. He made it. He's an actual tournament fisherman. He's a super big bass guy. And so he made stuff for everybody. So I picked up this sun shirt from Arsenal and during their cyber sale. This is an XL, fits me really good. I'm 6'2". By the way, yeah, this is a large hoodie. So I should talk about the sizing real quick. I'm 6'2", I'm about 200, 205 pounds, somewhere in there. And the XL Arsenal hoodie fits me really, really well. I'd size up on the Arsenal sun hoodies. Other Arsenal stuff, I'm not sure, but just definitely the sun hoodies, I just go maybe one size up. And then on the Lateral Vision stuff, go true to size. So this is just a large and I got plenty of room on it. So I usually wear a large in hoodies, so go true to size on Lateral Vision. So anyway, I just want to shout out some of these smaller brands that maybe don't get enough shine, online and whatnot. So anyway, that's the wrap up of my Hookup Tackle order and some of the stuff that I picked up on Black Friday with all those cyber sales. And if you made it this far in the video, please hit like and subscribe. I thank you so much for your support. And until the next one, we will see you later.